say for 4:45. All right, Gabby, you ready?
Yeah. So today we're going to be talking about the carousel activity. Alright, so to start out, what does this mean if you see this in your classroom? Does anybody want to say anything? Go ahead, Trevor.
I'm thinking it could be two things.
Mhm.
Either they're thinking or they're spaced out.
Yeah, I was going for they look bored and they don't really want to be engaged with anything. So a good way to prevent this in your classroom is by using a carousel activity. So a carousel activity is an opportunity for students to get up and move around and walk around the classroom, and there's going to be prompts posted around the room where each group or student would reply, and it allows the students to get up and move around but also still be engaged with what they're learning. So the benefits listed for this are it helps to informally assess the prior knowledge of the students. It allows the class to share and discuss on the topic we're learning about. It holds all the students accountable for sharing what they want to share, so they can either speak out loud or write on the paper, and either way they're still adding to the discussion, so that's great. And it also helps encourage speaking skills for students that aren't comfortable speaking around everyone yet. So there are 10 easy steps for the carousel activity. Step 1 is for the teacher. You have to write the questions. So they say you should write at least 4 to 5 questions. Each one gets their own piece of paper and then you post it around the room. Step 2, you create the groups. So each group gets their own colored marker or post-it note, and then they use that to respond to the questions. Step 3, they're gonna all start responding. So each group goes to one corner or chart and they start responding. The next one, again, I guess, write their response. So each student within the group should also write their own unique response with the same colored marker. And then once they're finished up with the first one, they rotate to the next chart to respond to the next question. Each time they move, they should get 7 to 10 minutes to discuss with their group and record their responses. And then step 7, once everyone's responded to each question, they're going to pick one paper or chart. So one group gets one chart, and then they edit the chart so that it's more cohesive, and it's called synthesizing. So if there's like 10 things saying the same thing, they're gonna delete. So like if one chart, there's like 5 sentences that say like, I like cheese, you're gonna break it down and just put I like cheese once, so that the chart is easier to read. Step 8, you just post the new synthesized charts around the room, and then the students are able to walk around and view the charts. And then step 9, the teacher should provide a handout that allows the students to read about the topic that you just discussed, and they can evaluate what they know and what they didn't know. And then step 10, if they have time, you can give them a piece of paper where they can reflect on the reactions they had to the prompts or the responses that they read, and also any eye-opening aha moments they saw. So I already put us into groups, so go ahead and get your partner, and then you can come up and get your favorite color markers, red, green, or orange.
I'm just kidding. Orange. Red, remove red.
Red? Okay. Okay, So then, I'm going to post these. I didn't make a big chart because we're only a class of like 8 people, and I feel like it's wasteful. I already killed a lot of trees, so. So just to start, I'll hold this one up. The first question, whoever comes here, you're gonna read it. How does CPR work?
Oh, that's perfect that you came right after Avalon.
Yeah.
You could have worked that out better.
Oh well, I did more like CPR.
Oh.
But for the CPR, how does
Sorry.
CPR work? You would think about it and then discuss with your partner, and then you would record your response. So I would say like, I'll write down it moves blood. And then once you're done recording, I guess just look up and then we'll know when we're gonna move. And if it's taking too long, just try your best to finish out your response, and we're gonna move within 2 minutes because it's a pretty short topic.
What are some important steps for CPR? What's that one? Like the
Compressions.
compressions. Is breathing through the nose still a thing, or did they take that out?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I've never done CPR.
Yeah, do a breathe through, not breathing, putting breath into their mouths, but how do you put that? You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, like mouth to mouth?
Mouth to mouth. Brandon, what do I do without you?
Alright, good job
Wanna say
guys.
that
Now
they
we're
lay
gonna
flat?
move clockwise. So we're gonna go ahead and switch to the next screen.
This way.
I always have to do it on camera.
Yeah. The beat of staying alive.
Oh, I like that one.
I also know that you have to like be on a very specific part of the chest. I can't remember which part it is.
It's like the sternum. I think that's what it's called.
This is September. I felt so bad. I was outside, like, really worried about this guy. Oh my gosh, this is probably
Cool.
really.
Alright, and then we're gonna go ahead and move to our
There were so
next
many
and
people
last
though.
question.
I didn't think I'd ever see it in real life though, and I did. You know the song? It's like the state of there we go. What are some important steps to CPR? Wow. While pressing on their heart.
Lock in the hands.
I won't start up. And then I didn't want to write it all. It's fine.
Alright, and then the last step of our carousel activity, you're gonna grab the paper you're at right now, take it back to your seat, and work to synthesize with your partner. So that means you're going, if things are repeated, you're gonna take out the repeated parts, and then I'm gonna give you a lined piece of paper, and at the top you'll rewrite the question, and then just write the most important parts of the discussion. And then once you have finished synthesizing, go ahead and put your pencils down. And you can put your paper back to the spot it was originally at. The new paper and the old paper. And then, are you guys done with the Thank you. And then you can just put it on. So go ahead and stand back up and just take another walk around the room and read the new synthesized versions. And then you can sit back down at your seat.
I'm a looking head. That's a new one for me.
You know, these ones.
Oh, thank you.
And this is a strategy that's very easily modified for different situations. You might not always do a synthesis. You might not always spend 7 to 10 minutes at each station. But it's a great strategy that you could do in a lot of different ways. And middle schoolers need to move. This is a great way to get them engaged. It's a great way to get them talking in small groups.
Okay, and then I handed out a packet on CPR. It's like 10 pages long, so you don't really have to read it. There's also just like bullets. Oh, I forgot to do. So go ahead and read over or skim the packet, and then I'll pass out another sheet of paper, and you can go ahead and just reflect on what you have learned about CPR.
So did you do the carousel initially to see what students' prior knowledge was?
Mhm.
Okay. If you don't mind. Thank you.
And then if anybody wants to share, they can. Okay, go ahead, Avalon.
Oh, now I have a question.
Oh, yes.
Are we gonna do like, bullet points of what we learned?
You can do bullet points or sentences. It doesn't matter. It's mostly for your own reflection.
All right, so let's give Gabby some feedback. What did you like? Go ahead, Trevor.
I liked how in detail the PowerPoint was and going over how to